neighborhood. It's a Maserati. They're normal nowadays. You know, sort of like me. I'm normal nowadays. I'm reading my book, Direct Action, by L.A. Kaufman. And they're going through the history of direct action, protesting, things like that. And I'm reading about the 80's. And it made me realize, once upon a time, I was a freaky radical who had weird outfits and wore all black and walked around in knee boots and short velvet dresses. And it was weird, and people would have no problem telling me how weird I am. Now, it's normal. My generation has gone to the old people. We've turned into the people we made fun of. But the weird part is that the weirdos got taken with it. Now the people that wear black and look like alternative people are normal, especially where I live. It's a huge group of alternatively normal people. Hi, Fuzzy. Hi, Vegas. Yes, I'm waxing poetically because I had just realized it. Oh, and I made a buy me a coffee. I can thank Nancy Drew for that. Spelled Nance. She's the one who mentioned her buy me a coffee, and I was like, oh, duh, because I've been racking my brain for what is something you can use other than Cash App, since I have not been found out yet. Like I said, once I'm found out, hell, I'll have my name like Mindy's. But until then. So anyway, I'm reading my book. Reading its picks at a time. And realize I'm normal now. Let's see if we can see them. Can we see them? Do you see them? Am I streaming? Okay. Can you see where I'm zoomed in on? Tried to change the color again and it didn't work. So, figure something out. I'm gonna have to watch videos. Not gonna be able to watch videos tonight because I'm going to be a goth girl. See, does he look familiar? Does anybody see his face? He's not showing me his face. Bummer. Let's see, where is he going? Is he going? Yep, he's going to go hide out in the back. That's what they all do. Anyway. So, yes. I was listening to the favorite DJ and he cut one of my favorite songs down to less than 5 minutes. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to watch. Wow, I don't understand that language. I wish I did. I wish I understood what he said, because he's always saying funny, something nasty funny. If anybody knows the language. Yeah, and eventually they'll bring out the curtain tech. They don't like to, but they have to. Let's go look on the other side. Huh? No, I want to say Norwegians of some kind. There were a lot of curving vowels in there. It's the easiest way to describe it. Or curving consonants. So yes, My Corrosion. One of my favorite songs because I'm from the 80's and I'm a weirdo. Cut down to below 5 minutes. And that was really strange. It felt strange having it cut down that far because when you hear it in a club it's 10 minutes or whatever. Or late night. But it had me thinking. There was once an actor in the movie called Less Than Zero. It's the epitome of a 80's movie. What did I say? Oh, we did cocaine and dressed badly. That was the 80's for us. And once I got done wearing electric blue and bumblebee yellow all the time, it's a cult! You don't want to belong to it. It's bad for you. Sorry, but it's the truth. It reminded me that this actor actually, oh my God, He is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that golden retriever butt. Oh my God. Anyway, so this actor in this movie from the 80s dies at the end between his two friends in a convertible because he, for lack of a better phrase, twittered away his life. And this actor in real life he hit rock bottom when he showed up on somebody's bed in Venice years ago. Now he's very, very famous. Holy crap. Hello? How much do you owe? How many credit cards do you have? When are you going to put up the curtains? You're going to listen to I'm wearing bright pink too, so I stick out so much right now. This is bad. This is bad. You don't want to go there. This is a bad place to go. How many credit cards do you owe? Huh? See faces. Let me get faces so you guys do face check. You don't want to go in there, ma'am. It's not a nice place to go. I'm sorry. Oh, you gotta hide from me, right? Because I'm wrong. Because I tell the truth. Like, how much money do you owe? How much are you gonna owe when you die? Do you know how many credit cards you have? Do you know how many bank accounts you have? You do know that certain credit card companies won't give you credit cards anymore because you've been maxed out. They will max out every dollar that you can possibly get through any kind of agency. Do you know that? Do you like that? Do you like not being able to come out of there and leave your cult because you're going to get, bombarded with credit card requests? You won't. They'll settle with you and you can settle up your life and make it normal within a couple of years, but they won't tell you that because they want you to stay in there and be the good little robots that you are. So, because that's how they make their money. We don't work for Big Pharma, but you work for Big Scientology and you give them all your money all the time. Does everybody have to have noodle soup because everybody's giving all of their money to you guys? It's just a question, because that's how you make your money, is you make your money off the people you really aren't helping with any kind of enlightenment. You do know that, right? Okay. That was funny. I like that. Yes, Vegas. Curtain tech. Anyway, so I realized I became a parent, or became an adult. My generation, the Gen Xers, and we complain about being invisible. We're invisible because we didn't do anything. At least the baby boomers tried to, radicalize the world when they were in their 20s and 18s and, and all of that. And us, nope, we were too busy, like I said, wearing funny clothes and doing lots of drugs. So, and then the 90s came when we were all stable enough to do things, and we used to do some things, but I've never been arrested. So that should pretty much say something, that I went with the alternative mama crowd. Friends started having babies. They dressed their babies up in alternative clothes, and it got to be cute. And so now I'm just cute, as opposed to my family looking at me and saying that I'm the bad influence, which is what they always did. So it's bougie by accident, because the normal world adopted what I used to consider cool. So now I'm just another old person in a black outfit and glitter in my hair. It's so weird to realize that's what you become when you tried to fight it most of your life. So I might be slightly radical for a while, because I'm trying to remember what it was like to be a radical back in the day. Back in the day of ACT UP, stuff like that, when you were fighting AIDS and fighting racial inequality and income inequality, and you really meant it when you went home, instead of get changed to go to the dance club for the rest of the night, like till 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's sort of weird knowing that I've become normal, quote unquote, alternative normal. And tonight I'm going to a big carrier to go watch one of the old bands play. And luckily enough, I won't have to go full goth, because the gangway between the ground and the ship is very dangerous, and I have my docs on. Well, my Birkenstocks. See? That's how bad it is. It's so bad that I call them Birkenstocks. They turned on the music. Somebody's piano or something, I don't know. Did I miss somebody? borderline, but yeah, you hung out with my crowd. So the people that are his age are the ones who either hop to one side or the other, and he hopped to our side. And that's the thing. He's even a goth DJ. So back in the day when we were really alternative, he was really a weirdo dressed as a normal guy. That's what a lot of the DJs were like back then. That's what we were all like back then. You know, the time off of work and the weekends were weirdos, except I wound up working for VPs who thought I was nice and intimidating with the outfit, so I got to wear them. It's just weird. I know I'm philosophizing, and some banana head earlier said that they don't even know why I'm here if I'm not, I guess, explaining correctly. I deleted him because once he started intoning that I was stupid, I was like, my channel, my rules, bye. So, yeah, it's First Amendment when you're sitting here on the street like I am, or doing something that isn't a government building, but it sure as heck ain't First Amendment on my YouTube. Excuse me if I get possessive, but it is. You know that guy sitting down there? Can you see him? That guy there? See his face? He's here almost every day being very quiet in that one spot. I have a feeling he was watching whoever is coming here. Because he was... Huh? I think he's just a PI watching us. He was the one that I noticed when DOA was here. So... He's the one I noticed when DOA was here, so that's... Oh, we put up curtain deck here too, because we're afraid. We're afraid you might change our minds and become one of us. Become one of us, it's not hard. We don't have ears and tails, but we can teach you how to exist in the outside world. Nothing wrong with the outside world. Think about it. Your beliefs are getting in the way. I don't have your beliefs, so there's nothing to get in my way. How's that? I don't have ears and a tail because I don't believe in the devil. Neener, neener, neener. So I am not evil because I don't know what evil is. It's a concept I do not apply to. Isn't that too bad? I'm so sorry. If you walked out, you'd get help and be able to get into the real world. The guy who thought I was stupid was also trying to tell me that there are no Sea Org here since the 70s. And I want to know how they knew all this stuff without them being here. I can appreciate the people who don't protest, but I don't think they should be telling people who protest how to protest. And this is an old subject, but I just got hit with it this morning. So, and I decided not to go there. So the minute he, like I said, intoned I was an idiot, I just went, bye. Better things to do. Have a nice day. Don't you wish you were out here burning marshmallows at the beach on a bonfire, which they allow? You know, things like that, making fun of your friends. Sorry, someone's taking a picture. Oh, of the pyramid. Okay, that's my period. So I'll let him take a picture. The only thing he needs now is a moose. Right, Fuzz? Okay. Sorry, Vegas. I'm reading you. That's why. Thank you, Fuzz. My stepdad is a boomer. My mother would have been the generation before that because they were 15 years apart. The beast went. My mom passed away about 5 years ago now. So my dad is still around. And it's so funny. I used to learn about boomers from him because he was typical, because he was military, the whole 9 yards, Vietnam, everything. So that's why Papa Cat is not a boomer, because he does not think like that. Is this someone that's trying to avoid? Oh, that's a loading zone. That's a business zone. Yeah, I know he got on by accident because he was watching a huge SUV. Yep, and he found out too. He left. Turning around thinking he had a parking space, and there are lots of business zones and loading zones around here. You get used to knowing where they're at. So, dead air, dead air, dead air. Yes, moose. Always moose. We have moose in the car, but it's what's a fern? Is that a miss autocorrect, or is that really a name?
It's a code word for what he's doing.
Oh. Okay. Huh? A plant. Oh. This guy's the other plant. This was the one who was smoking and walking back and forth when DOA was here. I wonder why he's here. Maybe I'm a little too snarky for them. I'll let them, he can watch me all he wants, because Papa Cat will keep an eye on him, right? Do you wish you were with your family, your chosen family, the family that you want to be with? Don't you think it might be better that way? Because then you can do what you want and not what this society tells you. Because you should not belong to a society that tells you what to do and makes you pay for it on a regular basis, constantly and without question. And when you leave it, you can't get your money back. You can't even get your on account back, because they put up this little thing about you're not allowed to go on Scientology grounds to get your money back. So that will take care of that. So they'll arrest you before you get your money back. And unless you've got a lot of money in there, arresting you will cost more when you on your side. So don't you love that little loophole? It's part of their money laundering scheme, which is buying property, never using it for a long time, then using it, then charging rent to the people who are in that org area. Yes, see, even the doors agree with me that it's a money laundering organization. So, see, it's just, you're paying, the people who belong here are paying rent to some place that has been paid off. So you're not even paying taxes, because they would justify that. That's what's called money laundering. That is something that you now belong to. And if I've heard right, the feds are trying to do a RICO on you guys. So if I was you, I'd leave now. Otherwise, you could be like Al Capone and wind up in some weird jail in the middle of nowhere that people know you're at, and then send the mass stream media to. How fictional does that theory sound? Well, you just walked into Scientology, as far as us never-ends have been. That sounds just as weird as your organization. I'm sorry. See, and the doors agree with me. You can't stop the ghosts from coming in and out. So maybe those are thetans that are coming in and out of your doors, because you can't do anything to those doors, because then it'd be a fire hazard and I'd call the fire marshal against you. And then he wouldn't leave you alone for about 6 months. I'm surprised I didn't know the name of my fire marshal when he stopped messing up with the club that I was working at. So, yeah, I'm just like, whatever today. Planned. I love that. Well, it can't be a good fern if we don't know the name. I mean, it can't be a good secret word if we don't know what it is.
I like the word, though.
Yeah, the word is great. So, do you guys really want to belong to this society for too long? It is a cult. You know, it's a culture of believing that nobody else believes in. And it's usually toxic, and it's usually painful and hurtful, not only to the person that is in the cult, but to the people that are outside that have something to do with the cult, because their people are in it. So do you like that? I mean, if you're against negative energy, you're getting nothing but negative energy, because you are ostracizing the people that belong to this cult's families. And that's not the way to go, because all you're doing is inviting negative energy, and the thetans are coming in when the door is open. How do you like that one? See, they even agree with me. They open the door and they come in. So who's right and wrong here? Is it me because I'm actually the one predicting the thetans coming in, or is it you for being afraid that the thetans are coming in? They're not good for you. Haven't you figured that out by now? I'm sorry, he's laughing at me. I can hear he's giggling. He knows these reasonings I do, and he's making him laugh. because I can only.
Just goofy.
Well, the doors are opening. That's the thing. The wind are making the doors open because they're coming in the other door. No amount of yelling at them is really going to help, but it makes the doors open, and they're going to think that there are real Thetans coming in those doors. And this is what makes Papa Cat laugh. He's like, look, you're watching it in real time. Why don't they believe you?
It makes no sense.
He said this shit makes no sense. And I'm with them. So is this the way you want to live your life, in a culture that won't accept anybody but the people who are in it, and cause distress for the other people who happen to come to it maybe once a week to hang out, give them tons of money, try to learn things they don't understand or remember, and then have to move on again and ponder what they don't understand or remember for another week so they can come back out and get audited, and in their audits they have to explain that they don't understand what they've just learned, won't understand tomorrow, and it's a sin because they're not open to any kind of outside influence. Well, no, that's an inside influence, but that's what they'll probably say, and then they'll get in trouble for it. It'll cost them $1,000. That joke is from something from my young days, when it was like, and this will cost you $1,000. So, is that the way you want to live? You're not in a positive environment. You're in a negative one. And you're causing more negativity in your environment. And you wonder why those Satans are on you, because you're just inviting it. So, because they just want to torture people. I don't know how invisible things torture people, but hey. Unicorns are around too, but they don't attack me. I don't have unicorn horns stuck in my body. That's all this. It's the same difference. Thetans equal unicorns. They don't exist. I'm sorry. Scottish? Who's the unicorn? Scotland? Irish? The people in the United Kingdom. I'm sorry that I'm picking on unicorns, but I'm trying to make sense of not sense. Or making no sense out of sense. And I know ASL is on right now, so I don't expect a lot of people to be here. I try to work around everybody, but it doesn't work on a Saturday, so maybe this will be a short one. Don't I say that too? Sort of like, I'm having a bad day and this will be a short one. Do you really want to be in there? Do you really want Thetans all over you? Do you really want to be one? Oh, puppy. Hello, puppy. Oh my God. It's a foxist. Someone we know has this type of dog, and we call them by their names. So, so let's go walk around to the other side. Oh, wait. I have the extra set of hands in him, and all I'm doing is giving him shade. Like, why don't you read my mind and do what I want?
The SBTVfoundation.org.
No, I'm trying to turn on my Spotify. Come here. Do not point this at me, but hold it. Because they turned on whatever it was on the other side. The piano concerto or whatever it was. Somebody obviously made it for them. You're still getting me in the picture, aren't you? But if I were...
Nope. Uh-oh.
This is why I don't have him holding it.
Everything I touch turns to...
Okay, I was going to say, what did you do? If you touch this, the thingy, even lightly pull it, you disengage. But who was it? Somebody was having problems with her. Oh, Natalie was having problems with her gimbal and kept disengaging on her. And she didn't know how. And I have a buy me a cup of coffee now at Mama Cat. You go try to find it so you can post it. Meow. You go find the Buy Me a Coffee app and see if you can post a link.
Okay.
It's under Brain Fog or Mama Cat, not sure which one. I set it up because, like I said, Nancy Drew is the one who gave me the idea because she was talking about it. That and people didn't like just the Cash App. So, walking down the street in North Beach, and I really stick out today because I'm wearing a hot pink down coat. It's Dora, the Scientology explorer. And yes, I've actually liked it since the minute DOA showed me Dora. It's like, yeah, that's me. And it's what I looked like when I was little. I haven't looked up the picture. Weirdly enough, still, right now, it wears my butt out to do this and then go home. And the worse the traffic is, the more I'm like, forget this. So, see? I look like the Pillsbury dough girl in pink. Okay, is it? Yes, it is. So, let's see. How much money do you owe credit card companies that you are not acknowledging? You know, this will chase you around until you don't have an address anymore. And if you're not Sea Org, you don't have an address. Or you do have an address. If you're Sea Org, you guys are all in LA or Clearwater, right? So I'm sure they're getting your information or getting your credit card notices that you're paid up for the hilt. And that way, sorry, there's somebody behind me. That way they're destroying them all because they don't want you to know that you owe a lot of money, credit, whatever. You'll never be able to even rent a place if your credit is trashed. So don't you think you should be getting out of there so you can live a normal life, even if you're a public? Because if you're a public, then you have to get another job to keep yourself busy. So that's 16 hours of your life. You had 8 hours to sleep, dress, undress, bathe, do your laundry, read your coursework, because you have to read your coursework on a regular basis, because if you don't give them enough money, they're going to let you know with a phone call every 5 minutes. Is that the way you want to live in your life? Is that they always need you to spend money. And then they always use you need to spend money because you're part of the San Francisco org and we are responsible for ourselves. Now, isn't that one weirder considering how much money Scientology has wrapped up in buildings? If I was you, the minute I see them sell a real building, I'd run, because that means they're out of money. Think of it that way, because the minute they run out of money, they're going to run. Don't think they won't. The little one will run off to some country, Malta or something, where nobody can touch him, because, going out 12 miles just isn't cool anymore in a ship. So he'll probably run to some country that he won't get in trouble in, or has a agreement with the dictator, so he won't have to worry about you guys ever again. Because remember, he just said legally that he does not run the company. So if you want to work for somebody who doesn't give a real hot whatever about you guys, then keep it up and destroy your own credit, which is one of the most important things in this landscape nowadays, because we don't run by real paper anymore. We run by computers and AI. So AI is not out to get you, but it will figure out a way to get a hold of you when it needs to tell you that you owe them money. Think of it that way. If you don't run out now, then you should run out when he sells the first building, because that means they're dead broke and they need to sell off their assets. And you do not want to be around here when the assets are being sold. He will release your building in a hot second, and you guys will wind up in a mini mall somewhere in Daly City, because you don't have your big pretty building anymore, because he won't care. He's setting you guys all up for it. It's some kind of weird ass Scientology grooming that he's going to have you guys celebrating him when he turns tail and run. Now enjoy that one for a change. Thank you. He gave me a thumbs up. Oh, that was for my cup of coffee, or the latest Pearl Harbor diatribe?
That was for a cup of coffee.
Okay, so no, he got the coffee cup. Buy me a coffee. Buy me a brain fog. Oh my God.
Buy me a brain.
Buy me a brain. Ooh, look. I know. It's got to do a zoom on a very small dog. We're not sure what it is, but it looks like it could. I think it's a pom. I want a pom. I want a pom when I grow up. And I have to go through a rescue center because I will not buy me a pom. Yeah, he listens to it, but he doesn't remember any of it. Ziggy.
Oh boy.
No, I do this at home, but it's whatever like subject I could think of, and he sits there and goes, yes dear, yes dear. We were driving in and I went, oh my God, I forgot you were so not political before you met me. Our whole sort of group is slightly political. We all used to have the same political beliefs when we were all younger because it was an alternative group, but he definitely just stayed DJ boy until he met me. So about 10 years before you met me? Being a DJ.
97.
Oh, you only started right before you met me? Oh, wow. But he did do Stanford. He did do independent Stanford, so he only did the clubs like 2 years before he met me. No wonder he was so awkward when he came up and said, hi, I'm a DJ. And I went, hi, I don't care. That is literally how he met me. And I didn't care because all my friends were promoters. So in the world back then, the promoters were more important than the DJs. And then I apologized to him the next week when the club happened. And he basically did the thanks, I don't care back to me. And that was it. I chased him for 3 years. So, see, you can actually get what you want. It just takes time. Let's see. Oh my God. Spicy Mama, I want your dog. Oh my God, I had one when I was growing up.
Yeah, we know.
Yes, I know, even on a Saturday. I think it's slightly busier on a Sunday because they're supposedly all trying to pretend that they have like church. So they might be busier on a Sunday. And we were later than normal because I forgot to apply my big pharma to my body. So we had to go home after lunch and go get my drugs. So I wish I got checks from Big Pharma. I really do, because then I wouldn't have to worry about getting transportation money or feeling guilty that I'm spending his because I'm crazy and don't work. So that's why I'm here all the time. And it's the easiest way to put it. My anxiety levels are crazy. Oh, it's your son's for a baby. Oh. Yeah, a friend of mine had a husky that unfortunately she lost in a divorce because they're considered assets. It's really gross. But I used to, she had a toddler at the time and sometimes he wouldn't get paid attention to, so I would give him hug tack, literally. There's something about Siberian Huskies that need hugs. And I would have him, I would come and get him at her house and then take him for a walk and sit down and do some hug tech with him. I miss him so much. So, yes, I know how to claim him for my own. Her new dog, which is a German Shepherd, she's still at the boing boing phase. So she acknowledges me and is like, hi, how you? And then it's boing 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 somewhere else. So that's not for me. Who got in the Maserati? Three young women got in the Maserati. Oops. I'm sorry. I thought it'd be an old white guy. Oh, was that racial? I'm sorry. I've got so many races in me, it's ridiculous. So I am the epitome of American. Let's see, indigenous, which is Pueblo and something else, then Spanish, then Portuguese, then Basque, then something along the way, but I've got 1 or 2% Northern Africa. So it's like, you know what those horrible people used to say about that? And it's like, okay, fine. You know, probably everybody has that because that's where freaking the world started. I don't know how you can make sense of that even if you aren't a evolutionist. Yeah. So anyway, that and I grew up in Oakland. We're everything there. We just sort of, we're just a conglomerate pot. So the things I grew up with are so strange. So adobo, wonton, lumpia, spatzel, corned beef and hash, or corned beef brisket for Irish Day. It's the Irish Day. St. Patrick's Day. And that's normal. That's when we used to bring food to schools. So every mom would cook something the night before and bring it to school, and we'd have the most amazing potlucks. So, oh, hello, Spicy Mama. You're Mexican. Yeah, see? Half my family was, because I said this yesterday. My father was born, my bio dad was born on a reservation and was given to his mother's sister, who is married to a Mexican guy. So half my family was Mexican when I was growing up, even though I'm not. I actually got the DNA test so I could tell my mother, because she was being a snob about it, because you know how Latins are. And I wasn't, and I was bummed. But half my family is still, or a third of my family is still Mexican. A third of my family is white, because my stepdad, blonde and blue-eyed. And then a third of my family is, I don't know where the hell we came from. We just know we started in Denver. Do you miss your family? You should get a hold of them. You know you can if you really try. Gotta get my number up. No. See, this is what I hate. I can't do this, and I can't ask him to hold it because he blew it. No. I also have it in the wrong spot, because I should be able to hold this. So yes, I'm the epitome of a Californian, and I'm the epitome of an Oaklander, because everybody had 1,000,001 nationalities around them. And I was actually bummed when I found out it wasn't Mexican, because I wanted to be, because half my family was. And that's when I found out for sure of the way my dad was. Or bio father. So you can always call 727-266-5797. The SPTVFoundation.org, the SPTVFoundation.com, SPTVFoundation.org, SPTVFoundation.com. They will help you get out and try and assimilate to the real world. And if we found a person behind our car, we would ask them a few questions and then help them to start getting assimilated to this world, because we all want to help you get out of some place that you are not getting fulfilled, being nice, perpetuating human and child trafficking, and it's just not a healthy place for you guys to be. See, even the doors agree with me. So, you know, you should walk out of that place and do something productive with your life instead of trying to wring more money out of people than Big Pharma ever would. So, no, I'm not giving Paul the cat a second chance. Oh, Spicy Mama, my white Swedish dad, actually makes the best enchiladas on the planet, and even my aunts agreed. That's the weird part. He did give me, I do have the recipe now, but it's not where you're thinking. I'm not going to tell you. Actually, I might not have the recipe, but because I cleaned out the house I grew up in. I don't know. It's in a book, and I don't know if I have the book. So, you know, because he hid it. That's all I'm saying. We always called the moles the chocolate stuff, you know, the one with the Mexican chocolate. And I never liked Mexican chocolate as a kid, which was something my family used to make fun of me as, because they called us güeros as it was, since my mother didn't allow us to learn English. So we were the white kids. Yes, weirdly enough, yes, that was Oakland in the 70s. That was legitimately Oakland in the 70s. We had 1,000,000 cultures, and we didn't care about like being in certain places. We were very much run by, I guess, social classes and not racist cultures. Somebody probably said that when I was little. So yeah, they were all, I was in the military, like, earning area. So everybody in our area was of a certain monetary class. So yeah, that's how we got to know each other, because you can't be a bigot in that crowd when you're one of 10. So, and we were all the same age. It was so bizarre. It was like I grew up in some kind of, the first husband said Pleasantville, even though I'm like, no, it's East Oakland, I swear. And he's like, no, it's like Pleasantville. You've been lying. So, I still want your son's dog. He looks freaking adorable. So, coconut's brown with a little more white through the... I've never heard that one before. That is so cute. So it fits Dora. Because I looked up Dora because that's what DOA's people called me to try to be mean to me. But when I saw a DOA, we agreed. I definitely looked like Dora when I was little because I was very brown when I was little.
You could turn the camera on yourself just for a second so you're on.
Oh, yeah. I'll let him do it. Come here. Talking about Dora. Watch. There. Okay. Now turn it on me. You can see if it's on me. This isn't Dora. I don't know who is. I am the epitome of the little Mexican girl. Give me that. Stop it.
Yeah.
Yes, from what I saw in some of the pictures, Dora's Mexican. I thought she was Hawaiian. So it's like, yeah, I am the epitome of it then, because I was very brown as a kid. I am now paper white, except for my hands are getting slightly brown. But yes, my Swedish dad used to get darker than me. Little weirdos. Yeah, see, I adapted it for today. I've got a down coat I got from Land's End in the after winter sale. So it's a real down lightweight coat I got for $30. It was like an 80% sale. I have a habit of finding these things. It's like, that's expensive. Not where I got it. So it's like, I usually kept it for the house if I was going around like the neighborhood or something. But it was like, you know what? It's pouring this morning. And I decided to go, oh, look, it's Dora. So now I stick out like crazy. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were with them? Because they wish you were with them, that's for sure. They want to know where you are. Somebody had disappeared for over 10 years in Australia, and the father actually found him because someone showed his face because he had disconnected a long time ago. Do you know how weird that is, you guys? You need to talk to the people you're disconnected from, because that means those people are the most influential on you. That's why they want you disconnected from them, because they don't want an outside resource getting in your way of spending all of your money and going up the OT ladder to find out that there is a space alien who dumped all the Thetans here and blew them up by a DC-8. He wasn't even that bright enough to try to make something futuristic, except for the Overlord. So don't you wish you were doing something else instead? No, I don't want to play tour guide right now. She was talking about how old the building was, and I said I didn't want to play tour guide right now. Okay, now I'm back. Yes, Dora. See, I have to go back. Thank you. I wish I could call my mom, but the beast passed away 5 years ago. And is that what Dora says? Call your mom? I need to watch an episode. I have not watched an episode of Dora. So I get so distracted because the brain fog is actually real. So I get very distracted. A couple of days ago, I was watching a series on BBC about Confucius, Socrates, and the Buddha. And then yesterday, I was watching about some, like, Predator Dateline, but it was really intense, and it was on Prime. I can't remember what it was called. But, yeah, it was a whole group of people who caught predators online. And it was really interesting, and it was 8 episodes of 47 minutes. So it had to have commercials somewhere along the way. And that's what made me think about that stuff, because unfortunately I was essayed 5 different people between the ages of 5 and 10, and 2 of those people were on a regular basis. Isn't that fun? So when people attack me, it's like, yeah, I'm nuts, get over it. That's just the easiest way to put it. It's like, I don't feel like explaining myself. I'm not there yet. I'm have been for 10 years now. So that's what me and my friends talk about now. Because we've all known each other for at least 20. And it's like, you, no. It's like, oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Ah, damn. Do you wish you were out of those doors? It is Saturday. Wouldn't you rather be doing something more fun, like shopping and making fun of the clothes, or going to the library and hanging out and going on the internet for free and looking things up like Scientology protests? Isn't that what you'd rather be doing? Because they wouldn't be able to follow you there. You can always look it up on a VPN on a regular computer when you're home if you're a public, because that way they won't know what you're doing. So even if they do have the inroads to what you're doing, they won't know on a VPN. And if you want to know about computer privacy, you can always go to EFF.org, which is the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and they tell you a lot about personal privacy on the internet. They're one of the original computer protest groups that used to protest with Anonymous, and they're based here. So you might even know someone who could help you with this more, because we were really into internet privacy when it really started being public, because we used to always think it was nobody's business what we were doing, even if we were just playing Zynga or something. So you can always look it up that way and figure out how to like use the things you have to go look up what's going on. The reason you're not in the news and the reason I'm not in the news is because we're not interesting enough. We wouldn't make them money. So nobody cares about us. So it has nothing to do with the mainstream media. If you notice, I'm not covered either by real media. So they really don't care about us. So you are basically dog paddling in a very small pool, and so am I. So this is just our way to try to make you understand that that is not what you want to be doing. What you want to be doing is being outside, enjoying life, and getting knowledge from here. Enlightenment will not come from inside that building, because there isn't any room for it. You're too busy making money, or trying to make money, or trying to get people inside to start making money. Is that what you really want to do? I've heard from people who had to work the orgs that it is not fun, it is not delightful, and it's having this quota you have to deal with every day, and especially twice as bad on a Thursday. So if your quota is awful, you'll lose your skateboard buddy, because he will get in trouble for not doing what he should be doing, which is making all your money. So look at it that way. If you guys aren't making enough money to be sustained as an org here, eventually they'll get rid of you guys as an org, because he's running out of money. The little one, not your skate punk. So just think of it that way. Do you want one more thing to worry about on your conscience? Just asking, freaks. Oh, okay, Spexy Mama. Tomorrow you come on and tell me what you made, so I can sit here and be jealous about it. So, hey Fuzzy, we could have gotten the moose out. We brought moose and squirrel. You saw the picture of Nora right before we went to brunch. Pyramid, my pyramid, all my pyramid, and we brought them. I was holding moose and squirrel, but we didn't bring them out because I've been distracted. I've been distracted enough today. I don't need... you can always play with them yourself. Ew, that just sounded wrong.
Erase that, rewind.
Erase, rewind. You can always come out here and walk them in front of the camera if you want. I know. I gotta... where is someone like Marilyn when I need her? I want someone to crochet me a pyramid. Send an email. I'll pay for it. I need a crocheted pyramid. Because I don't know how to do that crochet stitch. The only thing the Beast ever taught me, my mother, I called her the Beast when she was alive too, so don't even think I'm being mean. The Beast taught me the normal crochet stitch you learn when you're a kid, and the Afghan stitch. So I can make Afghans like a mofo, but I can't do anything else. Afghans and borders. So, I've hit I don't know why they consider 57 middle age. If you ask me, that's late middle age. I've hit middle age with complaining how I used to be a cool radical to just another lady who watches tons of video and crochets. Afghans. I make Afghans. I used to tease my mother about Afghans because she made everybody a freaking Afghan, and now I do too. So, Fuzzy, guess what he brought? Well, you can juxtapose all you want, but you should say, Fuzzy, look what we brought. It's one of the moose. I keep spitting. One of the moose. I'm thinking about getting a stuffed moose head for the wall. Have you ever seen them? One of my exes had one. It was awesome. So, yes, you should have the moose point at the pyramid. It's the moose's pyramid. I know, we're crazy. So, let's see. I don't think anybody's coming in. I'm going to walk around to the... would you like me to hold him so you don't look weird?
Too late.
We were going to bring my stool out, too.
You have to ask the Scientology, do you miss your moves?
Yeah. I was going to bring the stool out. It's in the car, too. My DOA stool that was presented to me. I need to make a cut of that. It was very cool. So I have a stool in my car all the time, but it was raining and the ground was still wet. So, oh, this has got to be something to be looking at. I'm sitting here with the gimbal in a hot pink down coat holding a moose. Oh my God, and the bangs. Everybody knows it's the curled bangs. And especially, they're super curled right now, so they'll stay together. Because when they separate, I call it cracking my bangs. So I'm sure on the streets, it's just gotta look bizarre. Some strange lady with her moose, and all I have to do though is like put up my hood. Oh, so it's like, that's why I want a dog, because I can't carry a moose everywhere. I want a puppy. I haven't had one since I was a kid or teenager, and I want one again. Scares the living daylights out of Papa Cat, though. He's never had a dog. He's had cats. Are you taking a picture of me? You bozo. So, here, now hold them again because they have music on. I love doing the backdoor credit. What kind of credit don't you have? Do you even know how much credit you have? Do you know how much money you owe to the world? Because all of these banks are worldwide now. Because all of these credit cards are worldwide. And that's usually what we deal with now, is mostly credit. Cash is getting farther and farther away to be used. That's the real question. Oh, there's a... Did they pull on it enough that they broke it? It's got a crack over here. So, do you miss your friends and family? Do you wish you were somewhere else than here? Actually, the other side would be better because the crack would open the door hinge better. So, do you wish that you were doing something constructive instead of trying to make money for your society like you have to do all the time? Because if you don't make money, you guys will disappear because you won't be a worthwhile organization. Is that something you really want to have to think about all the time? Is that you're not worthy enough to be a real organization because you're not making enough money and not pulling enough money in from your own members, because that's how you run your organization per branch, is by the members who belong to it? Do you wish that your demographic was younger than it is? Because it looks like it might be a little old. But they also look like they're actually well off. So you may be doing well because you're having to wring your whales all the time for all the operating expenses it takes to make this old building run. Because making an old building like this that's from 100 years ago is not easy to do. And I'm sure you're reminded, and your people who belong here are also reminded, because they don't belong here. Have you ever thought of it that way? That you're being held hostage by the big mighty dollar. My supposed big pharma, which doesn't exist because I've never had a check from them or a strange credit show up in any of my credit cards, bank statements, financial statements. So that's a load of BS. So you're the ones who are having to be pulled around by the big dollar. Now that's a little depressing, isn't it? That's why you need to get out. The more money they need from them is the less money you guys are making, and they will shut you down. And then when they do that, they're running out of money. So you really need to pay attention to them. We are retarding the people that come in here to sign up with our being and our presence. So I'm sure you don't want to belong to that, do you? I know. I'm having dead air because that car pulled up behind me. I'm talking to them, not you. So I'm just wondering what's going on. So they usually sit here forever nowadays, and it's like it's either me or them. And I'm not in the mood because all they're going to do is feel really low about themselves. See, it's depressing me, but the problem is that they are. A lot of them look like whales. I know what whales look like here. So, because of the ballet and the orchestra and big fundraisers for the ballet and the orchestra, which quote unquote normal people could go to. So one of them I went to when I was younger was the black and white ball. And this is how talented the beast was. She made me a black and white moire taffeta. It's got, looks like wood, when you cut wood, ball gown that closed by Velcro and a hook in 12 hours. Because all of a sudden one day I'm going to the black and white ball. But yes, no, they have a distinct look. You can tell. The joke about it smells like money is more or less the easiest way to put it. And that's where I think it's pretty much divided down the middle. They're older people, mostly, I'd say, all of them are older. That's somebody that is confused about what they're doing. This is what the drivers in San Francisco are like. He doesn't stick to his lane, so he was trying to merge to other people and doesn't know why they're all looking at him weird because he's got a green light. No, I mean, yes. So, see, he's probably even going back in the right lane. Anyway, so the demographic here is older, and there are some, older people who look like they shouldn't be here because it's expensive. Do you ever wonder where your money goes in this place? Does it really all stay here, or do they siphon out a percentage to go to Clearwater or LA? Maybe that's how they run the Blue Building, because, there's no way in heck that they can be doing it with new sign-ups because there aren't any. Hollywood was closed down. They haven't used that branch in ages because the protesters took it down. Me and the protesters here keep people from coming in or give them information about it when they're interested. So I don't think you guys are doing very well, unfortunately. And if you have people out here, we will talk to them constantly, not aggressively, and probably make them go back inside. So I don't think you're doing anything positive here or progressing any way that you'd want to. You should just close up, roll up, and leave. Because we don't want you here. And your whales have nice enough cars to go to Sausalito or something. Woo! I have 6 now. I can see it if there's people there. Yeah, the whales are distinctly fashionable. I think because of, weirdly enough, Danielle Steele, who used to live here. She was in the news a lot back in the day, and they promoted a lot of the high society things. So you can usually tell the cashmere from the polyester. So, it's a business. They're going to be upset when they get that ticket. Someone did another turnaround in the middle of the street here. It's very interesting on a weekend. So, Thetans are trying to get in. See, look, curtains are fluttering. Thetans are trying to get in to invade your body. How are you going to fix that curtain? It won't leave the middle. Somebody will have to come up and take care of it. And they won't turn into evil people if they're near me, because I'm not the devil. I don't believe in the devil. He doesn't exist. Hopefully that was someone honking for Scientology. I still haven't gotten the cojones yet to yell at a big bus and tell them it's Scientology. I want to be like DOA when I grow up when it comes up to something like that. That was really cool. So, okay, people. So I'm going to end this now because it's almost been an hour. And I seem to be in a super weird place, but not. Yeah, the anxiety still gets me a little right now. But, hey, at least I said enough things that they could probably hear clearly, having the door cracked the way that it's been. So, And I'm on this side because it's not in the sun and I can't be distracted because if the doors flutter open, that means the back door is being open. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I have to go show the pyramid too because, you know, Papa Cat's saying, hey, you got to do your pyramid. You got to do your pyramid. It's Moose and Pyramid Fuzz. I don't think you get any better than that. Okay, stop. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Yes, I do have puppy breath right now because I've been talking way too much. And what is it with Audis today? Wasn't the other one an Audi too? Look, everybody keeps thinking they can park there.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, they don't know that the deli that I go to closes at 4, but the speakeasy next door is open. So, just giving you tips on how to load and unload your car in San Francisco. I think we might be going to a protest. I see people. The guy's not part of it. He's unhoused and or houseless and a little off. That happens in this world. So anyway, see there he is with his moose. I will talk to you guys later or tomorrow. So have a good one, people. Yes, room raid audit LA. Totally go room raid. Woo! So because that's what they do on Twitch. Twitch? Is it Twitch? Why do I always think that's weird? Yes, that's where the husband used to do it. It's like, I don't know why we didn't even think of that before. So go for it. Go get Audit LA. I will see you guys tomorrow. Ciao, Bella.